Hi ladies, it's Dawn. Welcome back to my channel. So this is an extra video this week. I usually don't post. Well, I guess I do sometimes post twice a week. It's just been busy around here with my son graduating high school, my daughter graduating college, and planning graduation parties and just kind of figuring out summer plans. Anyway, I wanted to put this video up because Lancôme is having its friends and family sale and everything is 30% off, and I'm not sure how long the sale is going to be going on. So I thought I would hurry and put this video up because in my last Lancôme favorites video, which I will link below in the description box in case you'd like to see my favorite products from Lancôme, I had mentioned that I love the Lancôme Teint Idol Ultra Wear Stick Foundation, and I didn't use this one in that video. I used the Teint Idol Liquid Foundation, which is also a favorite, but I think I like this one a little bit more, and I've been using this one since I filmed that video for just every day, and I think it is the prettiest foundation on mature skin. It might even be the prettiest foundation on all skin, but I didn't use this when I was younger. I didn't start using it until I was in my 40s, and now I'm 55. So I think I've been using this foundation for about 10 years, and I've always had one in my rotation, but I seem to like it more even as my skin is aging. So I thought that I would film a video showing you how I like to use this foundation on my mature skin and share my tips to get the best finish and the most long wearing wear. This is a very long wearing foundation. It claims to give you 24 hours of wear. I never leave my foundation on probably longer than 10 to 12 hours, but it looks beautiful all day long whenever I use it. It never looks cakey. It never gathers up in fine lines, wrinkles, or anything like that. And it's just my holy grail stick foundation, and I've tried so many. I've tried Bobbi Brown, I've tried Tarte, and I don't think Tarte makes one anymore. I've tried MAC, I've tried Makeup Forever. That one's really good too. I like this one though because it is oil-free, it's transfer resistant, it's pretty much like water. I don't know if I'd go as far as to say waterproof, and I don't know if it claims to be, but definitely water resistant. I can wear it when I'm doing a really heavy workout where I'm sweating a lot, and once I cool down, it still looks really fresh. So I love it. Nothing prohibits me from wearing this. I can wear it when I'm working out. I can wear it just for daily wear. I can wear it on special occasions. It's just a great, beautiful, all-purpose foundation. So let's just jump in and I'll share my tips and tricks to get the best finish and longevity out of this foundation. And yeah, let's just jump in and get started. So the only thing I've done to my skin is I rinsed off my evening or nighttime skincare, and then I used my Lancôme Genifique serum today, and now I'm just going to apply a sunblock, and I love the one from La Roche-Posay. I'll link this one, and my tip is to use a sunblock on your skin that isn't too rich. If you're using a sunblock that is really emollient and you have to work into your skin, I feel like my Teint Idol stick foundation doesn't look as pretty as if I have my skin just looking really moisturized. So that's why I really like to use this sunblock. I like this sunblock under pretty much every foundation that I wear. So I'm gonna just put on a few pumps of my sunblock, and I really just kind of work it into my skin like this. Just a little bit more. Usually 2 pumps is enough. It doesn't irritate my eyes or anything, so I can use it right onto my eyelids. And I really like this sunblock because it also is full of antioxidants. So it's like skincare and sunblock in one. The next thing that I always do when I use my stick foundation or don't do is use a lot of different skincare products on my skin. I feel like this foundation is the prettiest when it's pretty much right up against your skin. And the products that I use today just absorb so completely that I feel like I have nothing on my skin. It doesn't even feel like I have very much moisturizer on. Like I didn't put on a moisturizer, but this sunblock pretty much soaks in, but it doesn't leave a matte finish, and it leaves my skin feeling silky, but almost just like there might be a little bit of primer on my skin. And I never like to use a sunblock that leaves my skin feeling matte or looking matte or feeling like powdery or anything. I do like some sunblocks like that. The Australian Gold sunblock is like that, but I feel like this foundation looks best again over something sort of hydrating and that soaks in and feels like there's nothing on your skin. I guess that's the tip, is that you don't want to have a lot of products on your skin that feel like you have products on your skin. I feel like it doesn't look as pretty, and it doesn't really grasp onto my skin as well when I have a lot of products on my skin. So I hope that makes sense. And I just wanted to show you that I have a blemish on my chin. This guy has been here for so long. I had a big blemish and it's healing, but now I have the redness left behind. Kind of like it's not really a scar, but it kind of is for the time being. So I really want to cover that. I might need to use some additional concealer, but probably not. So next, I'm going to go ahead and just put on my foundation. And what I do is usually just begin by kind of just drawing on my face like this. I just can't think of any other way to do it. And it does have a little kabuki brush down on the bottom. I don't really use this brush. I mean, in a pinch, it's probably okay for kind of touching up if you're using it as a concealer. I do keep one of these in my purse that I do use for just like a concealer if I ever need to touch anything up. So I don't really use that. I usually blend it with my fingers or with a damp beauty sponge, and it's really wrung out. So like I said, it's just damp. Probably the best way would be your fingers, because you don't waste any product. Like with this sponge, you do pick some of it up onto the sponge, so you are wasting a little bit of product. But I feel like I get a really pretty finish. It looks really pretty with my fingers too. Let's do this side with my fingers. And every bit of the product gets used. And you know, that's what you want. You don't want to waste your foundation. And where I have that blemish, I'm just going to kind of pat it on. And it does say that it's a full coverage foundation, but it really isn't. It can be light, it can be medium, and it can be full by the amount of foundation that you use. I feel like I've gotten myself right now a good medium coverage. So I feel like my blemish still shows a little bit. I could add a little more where I want a little more coverage. I don't want more coverage all over my whole face, but I do want to cover that up. And I also like to get a little more coverage right here where I have some freckles from skin damage, sun damage when I was younger. And I'm just gonna pat that in. I don't mind my freckles showing, but I like to kind of blur them out. So that's much better, adding that little bit more to my chin. And that's really all I do. You could add a little bit of setting powder, but I never feel that I need to when I use this foundation, because it does go on as a cream, but dries down to act like a powder, I guess. It doesn't ever look cakey, and it doesn't ever look powdery, but it feels like it's completely set. And I don't feel like I need to do anything else to it. When I add my bronzer and my blush and all that, I'm already applying other, sometimes powdery products on top. So I don't really want to add a setting powder also on top of that. So it is such an easy foundation to use. I have the rest of my makeup on now. I didn't use a bronzer nor a highlighter. I just have on blush, and I did my eyes, which the foundation doesn't have really any impact on that. But I think it just looks so pretty. I never need to use a powder over it because it just looks so pretty on its own, and it's so long wearing and it's not greasy. It controls like any oil during the day, so I don't feel that I need to set it with anything. I do like to spritz on some setting spray, and I've told you guys several times right now that the one I'm really loving is this Milani Make It Last sunscreen setting spray. It's my favorite because it has the sunscreen in it. It's an SPF 30, and it's a great way to reapply your sunblock during the day. And I guess that's why I love it. It doesn't have a scent to it, which you guys might like, but I think it does have a slight chemical scent to it. If I were going to use another one, I really like the Physicians Formula Rosé All Day, because this does have a really pretty scent to it, but it doesn't have a sunblock in it. So I'd prefer this one. But I do use a little bit of a setting spray once I have it on. And yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this video sharing with you my tips and tricks. If you visit the Lancôme site, it's 30% off site-wide. Like I said, I don't know for how long. I've recently been sharing with you some of my favorite lipsticks. So check out my other Lancôme video, my monthly favorites video from last month, and even my last video, I mentioned some favorites, a favorite lipstick from Lancôme, and I'll link this one below. It's the one I'm wearing today, and I'm just like head over heels for it. So thank you for spending some time with me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I love interacting with you guys. I haven't answered all my comments on my last video because I put this one up so soon afterwards. So I'm going to sit down this weekend and plow through comments and spend some time with you guys. I love doing that. And so yeah, I hope you have a great weekend. See you next time.